Hello Mzansi and welcome back to your fresh news updates. I hope you guys are good because I'm well as well and have some fresh new updates. The SAFTAs took place on the 2nd of September with our favorite actors and legends being honored for their hard work and dedication. The ceremony took place virtually and that honestly made a lot of people confused because the COVID-19 restrictions were lifted and events were allowed to have attendees indoors and outdoors. With a lot of people complaining on the way the awards took place, tweeps took to the Twitter streets to voice out their opinions. Let's take a quick look at Twitter and see what the tweeps had to say. And with this user says should have played on Zoom or Teams, basically just giving us a point of they should have just given us a meeting because it was a virtual awards ceremony. And with our second user says the DSTV Viewers' Choice Awards were the only award show that delivered. Summers and SAFTAs zidlalile ngathi. Hashtag SAFTA16 with the third user says, to be honest, the awards are boring. No audience. Hashtag SAFTA16. And with our last user says, should have just made a list of the winners and made us read it in 2 minutes. I'm so disappointed. Man, I'm also definitely disappointed, even though I don't watch the SAFTAs that much. But what they gave us was basically disappointing. Because now what I know is the COVID restrictions were actually lifted and I do not know why and I don't know what happened. Maybe the SAFTAs had a budget problem or they just I don't know what happened. But hey, let's move right along. Still on Twitter, tweeps are also congratulating the winners of the Golden Horn, sending words of encouragement to the recipients. Let's see what the tweets said to the people who took the horn home. And with this first user actually gives congratulations to legendary actor Jerry Mufokeng for winning supporting actor. And with this user congratulates Abdul Khoza for winning the best supporting actor in a telenovela, which we all know as The Wife. And with this user as well, this user actually congratulates Bonko Khoza for actually playing the role in The Wife as well, which he actually killed. But apparently he's no longer there. Somebody is going to play his role that he played. And yeah, we actually are waiting for The Wife season 3. And with this user actually congratulates Thembisa Mtotangumalo for winning best TV presenter. And with the user here also congratulates Thabo Malema, and yeah, we all know him in adverts and acting and all the other stuff. He also won a Golden Horn. And the other user actually congratulates Thobani Nzuza for winning a SAFTA as well. We also know him as the guy that played Mrs. Madlala's boyfriend, which was Qabanga's son on Uzalo, but now this role actually is from A Hostela where he played Umden. With more winners that we did not mention, if you want to find out more about what happened at the SAFTAs, kindly watch the SAFTAs on YouTube and also go to their website and find out how many winners won and who won. Before we can move to our next update, if you are liking our content, please smash on that like button, and if you're joining us for the first time, smash on that subscribe button, like, share, and tell your friends that we are here. Moving to our second update, Cassper has dropped the 4 steps back and it was shortly followed by visuals. The dish reply dropped on Friday, coincidentally dropping the same day with Big Zulu. I honestly think that Cassper should have made more effort with his bars, and I'm disappointed because I wanted a raw Cassper from dust to dust. Revealing that Big Zulu is allegedly a woman abuser and throwing shade at the fact that Big Zulu blew up at his 30s, Mufasa also said that he made Big Zulu blow up after he was featured on Ama Millions. I personally think that Quantum and the Omega freestyle are the best freestyles ever released, as a reply to Big Zulu. If you disagree, kindly go to the comment section down below and tell me what you think. Is 4 steps back a hit or a miss? With different opinions, sweeps took to the Twitter streets and gave us their 2 cents. Let's take a quick look at Twitter and see what the tweeps had to say. And with this first user says Cassper Nyovest took us 4 steps back. Why would he do that to hip hop, God? And with our second user says great visuals, dope beats as usual, but the bars are still whack as F. Literally took us 4 steps back. I definitely agree, like those bars were weak. I thought we were going to expect something much more better, but anyway, no hard feelings, it's just my opinion. And with the third user, isn't it ironic that he is the fourth artist to reply and it took us 4 steps back? I'm just saying, man. Hashtag Cassper reply. Most people are just throwing shade at Mufasa at this point. With the fourth user says 4 steps back is a good vibe, but it's light. I definitely agree as well. With the fifth user says 4 steps back was so unnecessary. Yes, what a waste of effort. And there was actually a poll that took place with this user, and this user asked, how is 4 steps back? And most people said 65.3 people just said no, and 34.7 people said yes. And I guess I'm one of the 65.3% of people that don't agree. And with another one again, this user actually says, you've listed to Casper's Nyovest diss track 4 steps back, rated now, and it definitely got 2 stars, which was 67.6, 3 stars 7.1, 4 stars 5.5, and 5 stars is 19%. That basically means the song was weak. Man, yeah, that was very, very bad. But anyway, let's move right along. Before we can move to our next update, if you love our content, kindly smash on that like button. And if you're joining us for the first time, smash on that subscribe button, like, share, and tell your friends that we are here. And moving right along to our last update, Eskom has announced that we'll be having load shedding yet again with stage 2 load shedding that started Tuesday, 6th of September 2022. It is said that it will carry on until Saturday. The power company released an official statement which reads as follows. Eskom regrets to inform the public that load shedding stage 2 will be implemented from 4 until 10 p.m. tonight. Thereafter, stage 2 load shedding will be implemented daily at 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. until Saturday night. The load shedding has been caused by a shortage of generating capacity owing to breakdowns and delays in returning the generating units to service. We therefore urge all South Africans to continue using electricity sparingly. Eskom will promptly communicate should there be any significant changes. The breakdowns of the generation units of Arnott, Duba, Kendal, Midupi and Tutuga power stations, as also well as the delays in returning to service unit to service at Hendrina power station have exhibited the capacity constraints. On Saturday morning, 3rd of September 2022, Unit 2 of Kuabach nuclear power station tripped from full power during the routine testing of control rod system. The process to return to the unit service is underway. We currently have 4,588 megawatts on planned maintenance, while another 16,142 megawatts of capacity is unavailable due to breakdowns. Now, tweeps took to the streets to actually voice out their concerns, and let's take a look at what the tweeps had to say. And with this first user, this user says, are the coals wet? Asking Eskom the question, but I think this guy didn't actually read the statement that was released by Eskom and actually didn't watch the news on what actually happened so that he could understand. But with the second user says, Msunga load shedding. I'm also basically saying that, but like a lot of things are not happening simply because we've got load shedding. Like, I even have to delay my time on working because I can't actually get electricity, and that's a big problem. And with the third user, this third user says, I've been saying Eskom must be declared a national disaster. We cannot live like this. And with our last user says, for what now? Because it's not cold. Msunga Eskom no mamake. And then the thread at the bottom, this person actually says, it's hard vele, load shedding for ing. Basically saying load shedding for what? And guys, that's the end of our updates. And if you like our content, kindly smash on that like button. And if you're joining us for the first time, kindly smash on the subscribe button, like, share, and tell your friends that we are here. And please just go down to the comment section and tell me what you think of this issue that Eskom is actually telling us that we are going to be going on stage 2 load shedding. I think that it's actually bad because it's going to be delaying us most of the time. But I'm glad that electricity is going to be going at like 5 a.m. until 10, but basically meaning that we are going to be sharing 2 hours each of load shedding. And yet again, would like to say goodbye, see you some other time.